as you mentioned, out of quarantine, you must be delighted to finally be back in Adelaide.
I guess it's nice to begin another new chapter where I began my first new chapter. So in Australia, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be out of this quarantine, breathe in some fresh air, and be back to a familiar place where I had a really good time.
I suppose, why Adelaide? Why did you choose to come back to Adelaide over, I'm sure, a couple of other opportunities?
I just spoke to Bruce, I spoke to Carl about the situation at the club, and just kind of really felt like the right fit at this point in time. What I'm after in my career, which is obviously minutes, games, getting things back on track, and I think it was just, like I said, just the right fit now at this point in time.
Disappointing, obviously, or great opportunity for you, like you said, and hopefully try and push into some national team selection conversation too. If you can hopefully get a few goals and score a little bit for Adelaide.
Yeah, I think that will come in itself as long as I do my job as well as I can here. Regular minutes, get on the score sheet as much as I can, help the squad move forward and achieve a good result this season. And I think all the Socceroos things, they're not my first plan at this point in time, but I'm sure they'll come around, when I deserve that chance.
And obviously Carl has sold a strong message to you as well, which is, a great brand. We saw that late in the season. What's his sort of plan for you as well? Have you spoken about?
That would be telling you guys. But that's something between us. But just basically to play some attacking football, something exciting, good brand of football, and we hope to bring that to the fans, especially in this hard time, and get everyone to the stadium and start to enjoy football again.
He told us that he expects 10 to 15 goals out of you this season. Does that put any pressure on you at all?
I think that's a fair estimate, I guess, of people what to expect. I do expect of myself quite a few more goals, maybe. I set myself quite a high bar, but at the end of the day, it's small steps from the start. Obviously, I haven't played for such a long time now, and I'm just ready to get back and get going again and put some boots on and score some goals.
Carl, he's a quality player. What's it like to have a star striker, at the club's disposal?
Yeah, it's very important. As I said earlier, to win championships, you need a quality number 9, and that's what Tomi is. And he just doesn't score goals. He links the play up, and that's the type of striker that we need. Someone that can play with the other players and provide assists as well. So that's something that he's very, very good at as well. So that was when he came available, when me and Bruce spoke, that's why it was so important that we got him.
Carl, in terms of fitness, we know he's been in quarantine season. Your first game's 10 days away. How quick is he going to be able to get up to speed, and do you think he'll be ready to go round 1?
Look, we'll wait and see. As you said, we've got between now and the first game, I think we've got 5 or 6 training sessions. So there's no rush. There's 27 games to play. So we have to make sure we look after Tomi with his fitness and make sure that he's in good condition so he can give us his best effort.
With James Joyce leaving, does Tomi now become your marquee player?
Tomi would have been a marquee player even if James was here. So there's no difference. As I said, Tomi is, a Socceroo, still is a Socceroo, and we expect, big things from Tomi.
And obviously, James gone, disappointing, Carl, or how do you look to replace him? Are you hoping to replace James in time for that?
Yeah, it's disappointing, and James is a good player, so it's disappointing to lose any good player, but as I say, there's plenty of opportunity there for other younger players that we've got in the squad. We've got some really good young players. It just means that now we can place Stefan in a more advanced position.
Tomi, how important is it to have a head coach that used to play striker, and you can sort of pick his brain and get tips off in that way as well?
I think that's another one of the key points that I came back to Adelaide, was having someone to kind of guide me after not playing for such a while, just to make things a little bit easier. And being an attacker, I love attacking football. Boss loves attacking football, and I think it's just a match made in heaven then for me.
You say as well, lack of game time, lack of goals. What's the one thing you go back to when you're not scoring or you want to start scoring again? Is there one sort of simple idea in your mind to get you back on track?
I think you just said just keep it simple. Just keep it simple and the rest will come.